Yet what we fail to see is that we don't merely have a violence problem, but more accurately a silence problem. The fact that you despise us don't surprise us. We've uncovered the mystery. You stole our collective history. Is the American pie just passing you by? Many reduced to plot and scheme just to chase the American dream. While the Christian church continued to court and chase the almighty dollar, I now serve the God whose proper name is Allah. Selah.
Isn't he a poet?
I hear he supports Farrakhan.
He looks like Denzel Washington to me.
He told me that he wanted to be the most powerful black poet of the 21st century.
Who am I? I'm Steven Silver, and I am the American Griot. My first poem is entitled, Stop the Silence. Our mission, first and foremost, is to serve local neighborhoods in the D.C. metropolitan area, those who in the face of violence have lost their nerves. Neighborhoods, victims of violence, those who in the aftermath of violence continue to shriek back in a perpetual state of fear and silence. Our mission is to comfort those who shed tears. We're a small cadre of local businesses, neighbors, and volunteers. Yet what we fail to see is that we don't merely have a violence problem, but more accurately a silence problem. And the only thing more criminal than violence is this incredulous silence. In our communities, drug dealers are shooting tit for tat. We will not, cannot stand for that. Too many people in their homes have captive. We've got to be creative and more proactive. In this day, we've got to do more than pray. We've got to be too righteous to kill, too proud to steal. They're drugs we've got to be too smart to deal. Oh, but the silence of the church. People let down and hurt. Too many people have grown increasingly cynical. Important things no longer critical. Why? Because Jesus Christ is no longer pinnacle. Yet we stand for the brotherhood of man. Yes, in crisis we stand to lend a hand. We seek to empower the people through the power of poetry on important positions pertinent to the plight of the African American people, which is essential to the unity of the African American community. Speaking out on issues such as conscience, HIV/AIDS, DC statehood, reparations, health care, race relations, crack cocaine, war, powerful poetry you can't ignore, poetry you've never heard before, because the voice of our time is rhythm and rhyme, and we're in this together like birds of a feather, so let's stick together. From me, yours truly, Steven Silver, the American Griot. Now you know it, I aim to be the people's poet. To serve is my desire. I aspire to lift my people high, to be the spark that lit the fire. As time swiftly passed, when the last die is cast, when the first shall be last and the last shall be first, to be the good Samaritan who comforts the hurt. Oh, but this mess, one of our generation's biggest tests. Where's the Christian? Where's the Muslim? Let's convert the street hoodlum. Let's stop the silence, stop the violence, stop the sadness, bring an end to all this unwarranted madness. If we must rally on the streets of Washington, D.C., block by block, we won't stop till the very foundation of this city rots. Thank you. My second poem is entitled, the perils of apathy. Pop, pop, this foolishness has got to stop, or somebody just robbed and killed Red Dragon's mom and pop. It happened in the hood, a few up to nothing good. But wherein lies the answer? Violence spreading like malignant cancer. And then we heard the news. For a minute we are amused. Somebody's been accused. Once again we are confused. For a few seconds our disgust is mutual. 5 minutes later it's back to business as usual. Because apathy is the root of our moral dilapity. But the true test is what we do next. Something is wrong in our society. We cannot see, hear, or feel the sobriety. A crime notably and seemingly misplaced. Oh, what a waste, what a bad taste. Truly without reason or rhyme, the grit of the grime, such a terrible crime. We are tempted to just turn the channel, simply place it upon the mantle. Yet this stuff must cease, can't blame the police, so let us attack, not merely react. Don't doubt it, think about it. What if it were your people who were killed? Then would it be a big deal? What should we do? Logic dictates this question we must diligently pursue, because all I'm asking, what's the true crime we're masking? Oh, the answer's not hard. What if it happened in your backyard? Yes, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do if it happened to you? Oh, this violence, we say we hate it, but we merely masquerade it, stealthily manipulate it, like water rising unabated. Yet are we the ones who create it, the way we tolerate it? Yes, this environment of hatred, when nothing seems to be sacred. The problem is bigger, go figure, why did they pull the gun trigger? I dare to bet it's society who created such a mindset. This need for just such a little respect that seemed so small, that created the gall, that started it all, that created the character flaws, behavior bound by no religious laws. We must be the barometer, act like a thermometer. When our communities are soiled, like seething cauldrons, our blood must boil. Apathy, it's wrong when we don't feel the pain, like a little old woman walking in the rain. But this indifference, I swear, we as a people gotta care. Take action or reduce your neighbor to an abstraction. Because all I'm asking for you to do is put yourself in another man's shoe. Thank you. My third poem is entitled, Inner City Gentrification. History lesson 101 has just begun. The lesson is now in session to explain the Native American and African American similar situation concerning land acquisition. Inner city gentrification isn't new. Like the Native American is happening to me and you. Oh, the gall, oh, the nerve, pushing us out into the suburbs, from inner city to country meadows, still confining us to ghettos. Oh, the hype, the time was ripe, back then smoking the peace pipe, the early European being slick, once again the Indians being tricked, while shaking their hand, all the while scheming to take their land. The American Seminole never did anything criminal. Unlike them, what the European wants, the European takes. It doesn't matter whom he's got to fake. Gentrification occurred early in our nation for a substantial duration, and once again it's here. Could this be another trail of tears for the European up to the same? This up to the same is masterful game, pretending to befriend me and you, not knowing what he's really up to, smiling in your face, all the while wanting to take your place. Once again he's being slick, once again you're being tricked. Gentrification, kicking us off the masses plantation. They claim immunity. Wealthy white people buying houses in our community. And just because we cannot pay the rent, it's back to low-income dwellings we're sent. We cannot afford the high housing prices. We cannot afford the high property tax. So once again, we get the axe. The community is slowly changing its face, catering to more affluent base, which happens to be of a different race. The sad part is that it's not illegal, so watch out for the sequel. Changing our culture, giving us ulcers, worried about the inevitable intention, swift and sudden eviction, making us feel the heat, kicking us out into the street. The price of living is swelling. We cannot afford to pay for our own dwelling. Like the Native American, we're in the same boat, just trying to stay afloat. Like now, back then, the practice is criminal. Relocating the Cherokee Creek in Seminole. History tells the story, how they fell from their former glory. The American government taking territory. The removal begun with the Chickasaw Nation of 1831. It's not conjecture but fact. They called it the Indian Removal Act of 1830. The government up to something dirty. It had begun, supposedly proposed by President George Washington. No matter how much we vent, they just keep on raising rent. It's not fair, it's wrong, continuously robbed with equal educations and similar jobs. I'm sorry for us, it's no longer a debate. It's probably and seemingly too late. Though we fight with all our might, I don't know what will change our plight. This nation's blight to turn wrong into right. But as for me, I will continue this fight because in my heart, I know the difference between what's wrong and right. Thank you. My next poem is entitled, What the Muslims Want. Sir, ma'am, have you heard of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's Muslim program? What do the Muslims want? For starters, freedom, justice, and equality, to be blunt. We want freedom. We want to stand on our own 2 feet. We want freedom full and complete. We want justice, equal justice under the law. Not the injustice our foreparents constantly saw. We want justice, I did not stutter, regardless of creed, class, or color. What do we want? Obviously, we want nothing less than pure equality. We want equal opportunity. No more of your racist buffoonery. No more tomfoolery. No more high anxiety. We want equal membership in the civil society. We want a separate state of territory. No more seen as the minority, either on this continent or elsewhere. No more of your handouts or welfare. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land so we as a people can independently stand. No more mining of empty ditches, but an area fertile and mineral full of riches. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to obtain and supply our needs in the next 20 to 25 years to make up for centuries of blood, sweat, and tears, to supply us with the seeds until we're able to produce and supply our own needs. Since we cannot get along with you in peace and equality, even after 400 years of our blood, sweat, and tears, it's no secret, and in return receiving some of the worst possible treatment. We want a nation of achievers, freedom from all Islamic believers. Yes, we made the decision. We want freedom from all your prisons. If we cannot stand as equals, we want separation of our 2 peoples. We want freedom in actuality, no more of your police brutality. We will no longer bow. We want equal employment now. We, the black man in America, made her wealthy and viable, yes, rich and powerful. We want to be exempt from all taxation while we're deprived of equal rights in this nation. We want equal education, our own school systems. In this, without hesitation, to make up for deprivations of self-determination. No more neglect. We want true respect. We believe that we base this on your actions that you have prohibited. We base this on the actions that you have exhibited. We no longer will be beholden, nothing shy of a future that's golden, no longer a future that's bleak. Yes, these are some of the things we Muslims demand and diligently seek. Thank you. My next poem is entitled, When the Minister is Gone. Oh, I pray for the minister every day that Almighty Allah would prolong his stay. So let's serve him now while he's around. But when the minister's gone, how will the nation of Islam carry on? Will we cry? Ask Almighty Allah why? And oh, how the world would mourn when the minister is gone. What if he were assassinated? Then would his foes be elated? He said, smite the shepherd, scatter the sheep. Or how the MGT would bitterly weep. Or I want history to tell how as a righteous Muslim I served him well. When he is gone, will we faithfully pass the baton? His lifelong mission changed the black man in America condition. When we were blind, deaf, and dumb, at the feet of white America begging for crumbs. When the #1 killer was the corner drug dealer. How the devil's so sinister, trying to kill our minister. America, you have been warned, but what would you do when the minister's gone? As a lad, he was king, the cream. At an early age by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he was notably seen. 1,000,000 men march. Will millions mourn? Will history mark the day that he was born? Oh, curse the day that he'll be gone. Will the nation of Islam carry on? He taught us well. For every man tolls the bell. Though I never met him personally, there was no surprise. He was indeed the one who opened my eyes. We the first to be corrected. We the first to be resurrected. You say you love him, but when he's gone, will you have faith to carry on? Take heed, we are his planted seeds. His love of his people, a love not equal. History will tell of the glory, a powerful story. How as a nation he built us, as soldiers he drilled us, as a leader he thrilled us. Oh, curse the day that he'll be gone. No one like Farrakhan. But when the trumpet for him is sound, will you still be around? He reminds us that we are students in the classroom of God. A sterling example you see. A student of Allah we would always be. A divine leader, teacher, and guide. I'm proud to serve along his side. Never met a man so bold. I'm proud to be a part of his fold. I can truly hold my head high. I humbly wear the signature bow tie. And oh, how I too would cry. No matter how hard we try, even the mighty F.O. I would cry. Yes, he made me bold. He made me a true soldier. No matter the cost, he laid his life for the lost. No one can truly predict the weather. No man can live on this earth forever. So I pen this love letter, truly unfettered. At the end of the day, for the minister we pray. His life purpose became his burden. To the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he was like Moses' Aaron. Many will be missed when they are gone, but none so quite when the minister's gone. Yes, the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you. My next poem is entitled, I Have a Dream. 2. Oh, I have a dream too, yet there's plenty of work for us to do. The original I Have a Dream was penned and delivered by beloved Dr. Martin Luther King. It had a majestic ring because it possessed such a hollow thing. It was the sweltering summer of 1963. Dr. King said that the American Negro still wasn't free. Dr. King was a fine orator, created a speech. He carefully chose a title. He deliberately chose a theme. He entitled it, I Have a Dream. But not the type of dream that comes from sleeping, tossing and turning, nor the type of dream that comes from seeing crosses burning, but the type of dream so clear and vivid in its entirety, a vision of a brotherhood not quite seen in our society. Against seething races, King took a stand. He hoped for the betterment and brotherhood of man. He said, I have a dream, so let freedom ring. Yes, surely, I have a dream too. yet there's plenty of work for us to do. Because there's a time and place for dreaming. But now, America, it's time to wake up, make up, or prepare for a breakup. Dr. King's speech was delivered in the symbolic shadow of former President Abraham Lincoln. Soon, too, King would become a great beacon, a great light to keep America from sinking. It's no hype. Dr. King said that the American Negro had a legitimate gripe. It's no mystery. White America, you must make an account and come to grips with history. You must reconcile the present with the past. Until then, goodwill will never last. Slavery, cold iron, shackles and chains. A nation of Christians, you must be deranged. Civil War, 1861 to 1865. The Confederate fought to keep slavery alive. Jim Crow, laws enacted to help segregation flourish and grow. And the list goes on as time marches on. Segregation, discrimination, demonstration, now gentrification. America, it's time to shape up. Forget those who say we should merely kiss and make up. I'm talking to you, America, the white benefactor of our former slave master. Yes, surely I have a dream too, yet there's plenty of work for us to do because there's a time and place for dreaming. But now, America, it's time to wake up, make up, or prepare for a breakup. White America, when we walk down the street, our eyes barely meet. I'm an individual, not some potential criminal. It's reprehensible. No, I'm not invisible. America, it's no mystery. You must come to grips with history. Stop doing the way you do me, or the way you've mastered to look through me. Young Black America, it's a new day. We're looking to you to have a dream too. Because there is nothing that we as a people can't get through. In my lifetime, we were cussed at, fussed at, hit by bottles, hit by sticks, by bricks, kicked, spit upon, hit with logs, bit and mauled by police dogs, bulldozed and water hose. One thing's true, you cannot continue to do the dirt you do. You can no longer void us, exploit us, be coy and toy with us. In this day, it's not merely a matter of being black or white, but more accurately the difference between what's wrong and right. Yes, surely I have a dream too, yet there's plenty of work for us to do because there's a time and place for dreaming. But now, America, it's time to wake up, make up, or prepare for a breakup. Thank you.
Out to get it out, 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 out. Out to get it out, somebody's got a shout. I found my ticket out. No longer in the hood, I found a better neighborhood. Yet I'll take the whole hood with me, 'cause I just can't let them be. Just can't let them be. And I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me. I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me. I'll take it out, 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 out. I'll take it out, somebody's got a shot. I found my ticket out. No longer in the hood, I found a better neighborhood. Yet I'll take the whole hood with me, 'cause I just can't let them be. Just can't let them be. And I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me. I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me, I'll take you with me. And I'll take every poor black boy and girl, show them a better world, teach them to dream with me of a brand new society. And his hand. Show them a better land. The drug dealer and Mr. Boot, and I'll take the prostitute. Take you with me. I'll 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 take you with me. So let's go. So let's roll. So let's go. So let's roll. 'Cause I've got to take a stand. I've gotta be a better man. Strength for the healing hand. Take the people to the promised land. So let's go. So let's roll. So let's roll. So let's roll. I'll take it out, 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 out. I'll take it out. Somebody's gotta shout. I found my ticket out. No longer in the hood. I found a better neighborhood. Yet I'll take the whole hood with me. 'Cause I just can't let them be. Just can't let them be. And I'll take you with me. 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 I'll take it out, 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 out. I'll take it out. Somebody's got a shout. I found my ticket out. No longer in the hood. I found a better neighborhood. Yet I'll take the whole hood with me. 'Cause I just can't let them be.